Welcome to Third and Long. I'm Charlie Razgashek.
I'm Louis Facca.
And I'm Connor Barges.
So, Panthers fire head coach Frank Reich. I don't really think that's going to do anything for that offense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Their best player is Adam Thielen, and he's at best.
They got to get rid of their owner.
Yeah, that team is horrible.
Yeah, 1 in
Bryce
10.
Young is probably the worst rookie quarterback this league's seen in a hot minute. And their best player on the offense is Adam Thielen, who, I mean, he's
not getting the ball.
He's a mid-receiver at best.
Yeah, not getting a lot of fantasy points.
Just get rid of the franchise as a whole and just, I don't even know, it's a poverty franchise.
Kick him from the NFL.
They're terrible.
Yeah, like
put them down.
No coach is gonna want to coach them.
Put them in the XFL. Well, yeah, because if they get a new, they have Bryce Young and Adam Thielen, and they got rid of their first-round pick.
Yeah.
So whichever coach comes in next year, he's gonna get fired because he's not gonna succeed because they lose a first-round pick.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna get fired. The coach for next year is basically just an interim for the 2025 season.
Yeah, because
And then Justin Jefferson is finally activated off IR. That's probably gonna help them.
That's really big for the Vikings,
especially after that.
After 2 losses in a row,
that weird loss against the Bears. They lost to a kicker.
Go Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost
and
to
the guy threw 4 interceptions.
Santa, Josh Dobbs. To be fair though, I don't think those picks were. I think 3 of those picks weren't his fault.
They were all tipped. They were tipped, and then
3 of them were tipped, and then one of them, Jalen Johnson, just was him. Yeah, I turned that game off at half. It was 3-3 at half.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most boring games I've ever seen. But hey,
the Bears still came out.
Bears got the win.
Yep.
And then Deron Bland is the first player in NFL history to record 5 pick sixes in a single season. Once Stephon Gilmore is back, that secondary is going to be looking nasty.
You mean Trayvon Diggs?
Trayvon Diggs, yeah. My bad. That defense is going to be just terrifying. If I were a quarterback going against that defense, I would probably quit my job. I would go work at Walmart. Gail Lewis 844. It would be. I wouldn't want to play in the NFL against that defense.
Yeah, I'd probably retire.
Speaking of records, Lamar Jackson becomes quickest quarterback to reach 5,000 career rushing yards.
Now I don't know who is his competition in that, but I think Michael Vick was up there, and I don't think Lamar Jackson is going to be better than Mike Vick.
He's not.
All Lamar can do is run.
No, he can pass the ball.
Sometimes.
He just doesn't have great weapons right now.
No, especially with Mark Andrews out. But I think we've been talking
about
this.
Young talent.
We've been talking about this for a while now. Zay Flowers is going to have he did have a breakout game. He's doing great right now. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know. It was a close game they had against the Chargers, who are like 4-7 now.
Yeah.
That's not a great team, and it was 20-10. So
yeah, it wasn't really a great game either.
No, not at all. And then Josh Allen, he's 0-6 in overtime. I don't know. Is it a coin toss?
They got the ball start of the Eagles game, and they still couldn't score a touchdown.
I don't know. I think this team's they're definitely out of Super Bowl. They're not going to be in the Super Bowl. There's no way.
I think they'll make.
I don't even know if they're going to be in the playoffs. Do you think they're going to be? Because where are they now? They're like 6-5.
Yeah, they're in the. Aren't they in the hunt?
They're in the hunt with like 20 other teams, like the Broncos,
the Raiders.
Yeah,
I think they can make it. I think they can make it to the playoffs.
They need to win. I think they need to win.
They need to win the rest of their game.
They need to win out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it gives the week Eagles versus Bills is going to be one of the best games of the year. That game went overtime. I think everyone on both offenses kind of balled out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The Bills did very good considering how they've been playing. They lose to Mac Jones and the Patriots earlier.
Yeah.
And then they lose to the Broncos, which to be fair, the Broncos are kind of
popping off right now.
Really hot right now.
Yeah.
And then they play the Eagles and they go in overtime with them. But so are the Commanders, and that team is also terrible.
Yeah.
And then Packers-Lions. Packers for the upset. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Yeah, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love didn't get his turkey because one of the announcers ate it because the Lions were that favored.
The Lions have been falling off.
Did you not see that?
The last couple of weeks, the Lions have been falling off.
I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know either.
You're a Lions fan. What do you think the problem is? Do you think it's Jared Goff?
Maybe.
Jared Goff's been playing terrible.
Yeah.
How many picks did he have?
He just fumbled.
He had too many.
He fumbled.
I don't know. He's getting old, so
he fumbled 4 times.
That. Yeah. I don't know. The Packers make the playoffs now. If they win out, they have a super easy schedule.
That's
And it's going to be a bad playoffs are gonna be weird.
They're not gonna get far in the playoffs.
And then Jags Texans. I think this is gonna be a good division rivalry for the next couple of years. Trevor Lawrence and C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
I think with
bad miss by the Texans kicker.
Yeah, I mean this happened last year with C.J. Stroud too at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it wasn't that bad, but I mean, Tank Dell, C.J. Stroud versus like Christian Kirk and Trevor Lawrence. That's gonna be one of the best rivalries.
Yeah.
In the AFC for
quite a while. Yeah.
Next 5-6 years. And then Seahawks versus Cowboys. I do think. I don't know this. What do you think?
I think the Cowboys will probably win, or you never know. Geno Smith could figure it out.
He
and
might
then,
right back.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a pretty even game.
The Seahawks have been looking really weak though.
Yeah,
I think the Cowboys' win streak is gonna come.
They gotta share the ball more.
The Cowboys' win streak is gonna come to an end soon.
They gotta share. The Seahawks gotta give Tyler Lockett a chance.
They stopped. Tyler Lockett's been doing great, but for some reason they just stopped giving it to Kenneth Walker, who is doing great.
Yeah, I think he got hurt, but they're probably just scared that he might get hurt again. I don't know though.
The Niners play the Eagles, which is gonna be. I think that's gonna be one of the best games of the year. Two of the most explosive offenses.
Yeah, really good NFC matchup.
I think this is probably going to decide who's the 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah. I mean, if the Eagles lose, they'll still be 10-2.
They'll still be 1, but
they'll be 10-2.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I don't know. It would be a good game though.
Yeah, definitely. And then Broncos Texans. This is gonna be. This is probably gonna be.
Broncos could get 6 wins in a row.
Whichever team wins this game, I think, is gonna be the team that is favored to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm kind of rooting for the Broncos here. The Donkeys.
I don't know. The Texans are.
I want to see the Broncos.
Texans are on right now.
I want to see the Broncos win.
I feel like after that loss, I feel like the Texans are going to be like
really
ready.
They didn't even do that bad.
Yeah, they just lost to a bad field goal.
The Jags are like what? Like the number 2 in the AFC right now? They're 2 or 3.
I think the Jags are 1 in their division.
Jags are 8-3 right now.
And then it goes like Jags, then Texans.
Jags, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it for the game predictions. And players of the week, Dak Prescott.
Best player.
I mean, you could say he's kind of been faking it just because of the fact that he's only beat teams with a losing record.
Yeah, true.
But, I mean, you have 331 yards with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You kind of need to get some appreciation right there.
Yeah, good for him.
I don't think anyone was expecting that either.
No, when going into the season, I thought this was going to be one of Dak Prescott's last year as a starting quarterback.
Me too.
I thought it was just going to be pick after pick. He's only thrown like 6 picks this year.
Yeah, I feel like
compared to last year,
he really wants to win a Super Bowl with them.
I don't think he's gonna do the job for the Cowboys though.
I think he will.
He's like
maybe they might get to the NFC Championship. Maybe
they might. I think it's.
I don't know.
He's just
depending on how it plays out. I think it's gonna be Niners Eagles.
He's just good enough to like not get traded and like not bad enough to trade him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think a lot of teams will want Dak Prescott. A lot of teams are gonna want Dak Prescott if they want to trade him. Dak Prescott's been doing pretty good.
Okay, so if he got traded, like what team do you think he'd be good on?
I don't know. Falcons.
Probably like the Colts.
Anthony Richardson was doing really good before he got injured. I don't think it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, he's gonna come back
it could be the Falcons. Falcons are desperate for a new quarterback.
Or
Steelers.
Oh yeah, Steelers.
That's a good one. Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, Steelers.
And then best offensive team.
The Buffalo Bills.
The Bills. They did lose, but I think everyone.
I feel like Josh Allen performed really well.
Everybody on that team.
And the wide receivers played really well too.
And to be fair, the refs did. You could say the refs sold that game for the Bills.
But it was also kind of on Josh Allen because he thought Gabe Davis was gonna run. Did you see the route at the last play?
Yeah.
In overtime. Yeah. So.
But there were some weird calls in that game that were favoring the Eagles.
Yeah.
So it could have been.
The Eagles got a lot of calls at the end where it was like.
Yeah. It could have gone either way, but no matter what, the Bills still did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen threw 51 passes and completed 29 of them, which is insane. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a weird stat there.
Yeah. And then Stephon Diggs. Gabe Davis was better than Stephon Diggs this game. He just had more average yards, 17.5.
Yeah.
Compared to Stephon Diggs, 12 and a third.
I feel like they need to give the ball more to Stephon Diggs.
Well,
I feel like
every team's just double teaming Stephon Diggs because they know that that's Josh Allen's number 1 target.
Yeah, true.
So Gabe Davis is kind of just forgotten about, and he can get the ball more. And then the best defensive team, the Dolphins, they played the Jets, which
Yeah, they got
they picked up their O-line off of the streets of Ohio.
They got a pick six, 99-yard pick six kind.
7 sacks is insane.
Yeah, that's a pretty good stat for defense.
That's an issue. If I were whoever that O-line coach is, we're spending a hot minute just reviewing that game.
Yeah.
Because I would be ashamed of myself for the next couple of months.
Yeah.
That's pathetic. And then 2 interceptions. I don't even know who their quarterback is right now. I think it's Tim Boyle or something weird.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they benched Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Boyle, yeah.
2 interceptions. One was a pick 6.
Not looking good for the Jets.
The Jets, they need Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I feel like next year they'll be ready.
Next year, as long as Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt the first drive of the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's like 90 years old right now.
Yeah.
But Rookie of the Week, Bijan Robinson. He's back. I don't know.
Yeah, he's
I don't
back.
know what clicked for the coaching staff.
91 yards.
And a touchdown.
One rushing touchdown, one receiving touchdown.
Yeah, he looked really good against the Saints.
Yeah.
And do you think the Falcons are going to make the playoffs? Because that division is horrible. That division is terrible. Someone's going to have to make it. It's Falcons or Saints in that division.
Probably be the Saints.
I don't know. I think the Falcons have a pretty easy schedule moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say Falcons.
As long as they keep on using Bijan, I think that it could go pretty well for them. And then unexpected player, Kyren Williams, he just came off of an injury. I don't know what he injured, but he played his mind out. He didn't have a touchdown. He had 143 yards with 9 yards per carry, which is insane.
That's insane, yeah.
You're pretty much getting a first down every single time you give him the ball.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. And coming off of an injury, they need to keep him. He's doing great. I think he is getting a little older, but he's
I feel like they should keep him in case they get young talent in.
Definitely.
So he will teach them the ways. Yeah. And they have no running back either.
No, and then the Rams receivers are doing weirdly bad.
Yeah, Puka and Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, they're doing
weird.
I know. Especially Cooper Kupp. I thought Cooper Kupp was going to have a great year. Even though he got injured, I still think he was going to come back and have a great year. And disappointing player, Josh Dobbs.
He had 4 picks.
4 picks.
I think that's really all you need to say.
I feel like all 3 of them, some of them were tipped.
No, just 4 picks.
3 of them were tipped.
Just 4 picks.
And then
I
feel like the first game was just beginner's luck.
Pasternak's running out.
The first games were beginner's luck. And now he's really
not even beginners. He's been in the league for 6 years now.
Oh, yeah, true.
There's a reason why he was a backup, and I think it's showing.
Yeah. I feel like once Kirk Cousins comes back next year.
Whoever their head coach is, they said that they do want Kirk Cousins back. They're gonna sign Kirk Cousins, they said. And I think Josh Dobbs is going to be back to where he belongs as a backup quarterback because he's not good.
Yeah.
So that's going to wrap it up for us today.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Goodbye.